something about the world that you don't like. Something that you have a negative belief about, or that makes you feel really stressed or unhappy or angry or even hateful. Why not re-envision it? So here's the thing. There are many of us who see things in the world that we don't like. So maybe we don't like a political situation or a religious issue, or maybe some other people from some other religion, or we don't like doctors, or we have bad thoughts and feelings about lawyers, or maybe we don't like coaches, or we have in any way some sort of predetermined thought or feeling about someone. We have a stereotype maybe about something or someone. And so this is it consumes us, right? We get upset. Like, think about the recent political situation or the election. It's still a situation, election in the United States. People put a lot of energy into not liking what was happening, and many people are still really unhappy with how the election turned out and how things are being done in Washington. And the problem is that they actually feel as if they have no power to change it, that their votes didn't go for anything, or didn't make a difference, or it was rigged, and so why bother? There's no reason to keep voting, or anything. They feel powerless. The things they don't like. Can you relate? Are there things that you don't like and you feel powerless to change them? Maybe you don't like the Middle East situation. Maybe you don't like the leader of your country. Maybe you don't like how things are run in the company where you work, and you feel powerless to change it. Well, here's the thing. You can re-envision it. And by re-envisioning that, you can create some change. So what I mean is to actually visualize a new story. To write a new story. So maybe you hate your boss. Write a new story about your boss and your interaction with your boss. If you don't like what's happening in the Middle East, maybe go back to the beginning and re-envision the whole biblical story of how the Jewish and Muslim traditions began to interact. Go all the way back to Abraham and Sarah and Hagar, and re-envision it, rewrite it so that you feel differently about it. See, as you begin to tell a new story, as you begin to have a new perspective, a new vision of something, you change your own energy around it. And when you change your own energy around it, you change the energy in general that you put out into the world. So if all you are is angry about the political situation, if all you do is say, that stupid religion over there, it's their fault, all you do is put out bad energy that isn't going to change the situation at all. I always say that I think that a good bit of what affected the election in the United States recently is that everyone was so focused on Donald Trump, on what he was doing, and why was he doing that? And you didn't have to like him or dislike him. Didn't matter. He was the focus of everything. All the energy went there. And so it's no wonder that he was elected. There was so much energy, positive and negative, going towards him. So if you want to change something, you have to change the energy around it. You have to focus on what you want. So don't focus on the fact that every lawyer charges too much or is a crook or whatever. Start focusing on the fact that lawyers can help you, that lawyers are sometimes necessary, and so you want one in your on your side when you need one, or anything at all. But re-envision the story. Re-envision. I was during the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, one of the rabbis talked about spiritual creativity. And she was talking about us re-envisioning or rewriting the story that we've told for centuries about Abraham and Hagar and Sarah, and to change the story up. And she quoted different texts and how different texts see things differently. Matter of fact, the Quran sees things differently. And so it's a matter of us deciding to tell a new story. If the old story's not working, you need a new one, okay? And in the process, you will begin to change the energy around whatever the situation is, whether it's politics, whether it's around doctors, whether it's around the Middle East, whether it's around refugee situations. It doesn't matter. You're going to change your energy first, and that's going to put different energy out there. The other thing, though, is if we want to really create change, we have to have a new story around some things. The old stories don't work, so tell a new story. Envision something different. Okay, this is going to change your consciousness. It's going to change the consciousness of the planet. It's going to get you to stop complaining and stop feeling like you have no control, you have no power, and you're going to see that you do. You have power at first over you. As soon as you start rewriting these stories and envisioning something else, your energy will change. You will change. Your life will change. Maybe you have some old beliefs about family members or even your partner. Re-envision that. Tell a new story, because you've probably been telling the same story over and over again. If you are having problems with your spouse or your sister or your mother, I bet in your head you're telling the same story you've always told. They're stupid, they're no good, they're lazy, they judge me. Tell a different story. And you will change, your energy will change, your relationships will change, the world will change. Okay? So I really want to encourage you today to do this. Not only will you achieve more inspired results in so many different ways, you're going to impact the world. Everything is energy, and the energy you put out there makes a huge difference. And if your energy is wrapped up in some old story that only creates more hatred, more anger, more frustration, more unhappiness, it's time to change that. It's time to tell a different story. So think of this as spiritual creativity or ethical creativity or just creative visualization. But empower yourself to create change. Empower yourself to create change by using the power of your mind to create a different story, to re-envision a different future in whatever the situation is. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I help people achieve more inspired results by helping them combine their purpose with their passion, and so they get inspired to take action, inspired action. I'm also a certified high performance coach, and I help people get from where they are now to where they want to go faster than they thought possible. I help them get out of their own way so they can create whatever it is they want, a better relationship, a book, a career, a change, a more money. It doesn't matter, because it all happens here. It's all you. You are the only thing standing in your way from getting from where you are now to where you want to go and achieving your goals, fulfilling your potential, and making an impact. So if I can help you in any way, go on over to ninaamir.com, NINAAMIR.com, and click on the high performance coaching button that you'll see there, and sign up, fill out the application on that page for a free 1-hour high performance coaching strategy session. And let's see what you need to do to get from where you are to where you want to go. And if I can help you in any other way, I'm also an author coach and a blog coach. I work with tons of writers, and I also work with dancers. Call me or email me. Shoot me an email at nina@ninaamir.com. and let's talk about how I can help you. But until then, go out there and be creative. We are creative beings. Create what you want in the world. And in that way, you'll achieve more inspired results.